What is going on, friend? And welcome back to our daily reminder that a song a day keeps the reaper away. And today I am very excited to be spending this time and video with our good friend OTAB. You may also know him as ORAB. You may also know him as Aaron. But whatever you know him as, he is our friend. And we definitely want to appreciate him for definitely being a very supportive member of our Patreon and the Foxtrot family overall. And when he brought this song to me, and he sent this one to me, he doesn't make a lot of requests. But I had just put out a video recently talking to some of my moderators and talking to some people about one of the things that I really wanted to make sure that we were focusing on when it came to like the Reaper reviews, if you will. These daily videos that we're doing on the channel to kind of be our reminder of why we started the channel in the first place. I wanted it to be around music that meant things to people. And I wanted it to be a conversation between me and that requester. And for us to talk about it and also have other friends that tuned in, obviously. But I wanted to do this like continually and do this like on a daily basis where this was kind of the focal point of these particular reviews. And so when he sent me this song, I don't think I've heard it before. I don't listen to a lot of military-esque music. I don't really listen to a lot of things to remind me of being in the military. There are a lot of songs that have nothing to do with the military that remind me of my time and my deployments and all that kinds of stuff. If you're new to the channel, won't waste too much time, but I have served in a few deployments in my time back in the military. One bad, one good. And obviously the one that sticks with you is the one that sticks with you, right? I think that's a good enough intro for today. I know if people hate it when I talk too long in the video. They're like, play the goddamn song already. Why don't you just play the fucking song? I know. I don't know why people click on reaction videos or reviews for videos when they really don't want to hear anything from the person. They just want to hear the song. Click on the regular song then. You know, if you don't want to hear anybody talk about it, then don't listen to people talk about it. Anyway, that's what these reviews are. You know, these reviews are me going off the rails a little bit. Aaron knows what I'm talking about. That's why he's here, because he likes it when I go on my little Johnny rants. You know what I'm saying? I know you do, bro. I know you do, amigo. All right. He told me this one was probably going to be a little difficult to get through because of the subject matter, but that's exactly kind of what I wanted these Reaper reviews to kind of be. Would it be these songs that were about something bigger than just ourselves, right? And why music brings people together no matter really the backgrounds. So let's check out Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms today. I got my coffee ready for me today. I'm a little bit of a fiend. The coffee is like just an all-day thing now. It's not even to just get my day started, man. I just replaced nicotine with caffeine. That's all I really did, man. I replaced my addiction with coffee now. So it is what it is. Anyway, let's get focused. Let's zone in. Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. Let's do it. It's already a mood setter.
These mist-covered mountains are home now for me, but my home is the lowlands, and always will be. Someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be
It's already getting me emotional, man.
Through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, I've witnessed your suffering as the battle reached high, and though it hurt me so bad, in the fear and alarm, you did not desert me, my brothers in arms.
It's gonna be a tough one to get through, man.
There's so many different worlds, so many different suns, and we have just one world, but we live in different ones. Now the sun's gone to hell, the moon's riding high. Let me bid you farewell. Every man has to die, but it's written in the stars. In every line in your palm, we're fools to make war on our brothers in arms.
This is definitely a tough one off the rip. I definitely want to look at these lyrics though, because I want to make sure I don't misquote any of this. These mist-covered mountains are a home now for me, but my home is in the lowlands and always will be. I feel like that's kind of talking about the like the after effect when you come home and where you are today versus where your mind always is. You may be with the mist-covered mountains, but your mind's always in the lowlands. I feel that. Someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms. Through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, I've witnessed your suffering as the battle raged higher. And though they did hurt me so bad in the fear and alarm, you did not desert me, my brothers in arms. Up until that point, it just kind of made me think about how when you go, no matter where you go, no matter what that war zone looks like for you, you never really come back the same. You see these fields of destruction, you witness these baptisms of fire, you witness this suffering. And although all of that hurts us, the thing that kept us going was the brothers in arms side, right? Whereas the fact that we really weren't alone in that battle. Someday you'll return to your farms and your valleys. That's like talking about like the concepts of like when you go home. And I've talked about this a few times on my channel that going home was the worst part of it for me because the world like went on without me, man. And it went on without all of us. And you just see how much the world keeps spinning, no matter how much hell you go through. Someday you're going to go back home and it's all going to be different. It's going to look the same. It's going to be different in different ways, but nothing is really going to be the same, you know? I've told people all the time that whether or not you deployed or whether or not you just went through boot camp, the military will change you. It's designed to. And then when you tackle that on top of like getting sent to these places to do these things and see these things and return all back to like it just never happened, to all these people that don't even have a fucking clue of what you've been up to or what you've been seeing. They're just busy with their lives, you know? But the things that get us through are those people who are there with us, you know? And then so many of us, we push all those people away because it just reminds us of the things that we don't want to be reminded of. But there's like this unspoken bond between people who go through trauma together. And in this song, it's, you know, and so many other people, it's like this idea of these brothers in arms. And I love to add our sisters in there too, because for me, there was them as well. And I know that wasn't the case for everybody's story. My replacement was a woman. I had to teach her everything that I knew when I was leaving. And to see her come in with like this, almost like this naivety. She just wanted to come do a good job. What is a good fucking job? There's so many different worlds, so many different suns, and we have just one world, but we live in different ones. I have people tell me all the time. Ever since I've come back, it's always just been like this thing of can you get better? Can you fix about yourself that can you just get past it and move on? No, I can't. I don't think any of us can. We might live in this same world. We might walk these same roads, these same streets. You might see me somewhere, but our worlds aren't the same. You don't know what it's like to like just be living with this kind of shit like just every day. And when I first came back, it just made me so angry. I'm just looking at everybody, just like I used to tell people all the time, like when you were doing cake stands and trying to fuck the next girl in your dorm room, like I was, I don't even want to say. I don't tell people that anymore. I don't say those kinds of things. All that stuff is just rooted in this place of just like anger and frustration that, like, this happens to people. And it happened to me. And I don't want it to happen to others. I've had so many people ask me about going in the military and how I feel about that. And I just don't want it to happen to other people, man. Because, like I said, it wasn't supposed to happen to people like myself. I wasn't in the kind of career field that was supposed to be exposed to so much. But at the same time, I was absolutely in the career field where I was feel like I was exposed to everything. The ultimate how the sausage is made job. We just start seeing and questioning everything about the world because you are constantly being told to think from a different perspective. You're constantly being challenged to think about the thing that you're not thinking about. And so you start looking at every avenue and you start looking at the world through this fucking like this lens that everybody is evil and everybody is bad and everybody is just doing everything for the wrong reasons. It's all just evil people doing evil things. And as there is so much of that in the world, it's not what the world is full of. The world is full of good people too. And I think that's kind of the point of like this song too, right? Is like when it comes to like all these people who never signed up and became a brother and sister in arms, not everybody signed up to just go be evil. It's not even what the dream was sold to you as. It's sold as this thing of patriotism and love for your country and your neighbors. That what you're doing is noble and brave. It's something to be appreciated. It's something to be respected. But it's hard when you see how the sausage is made, man. I've been around the military my entire life. My entire life. There was once at a point in time where I barely didn't know anybody who wasn't associated with the military. Now the sun's gone to hell and the moon's riding high. Let me bid you farewell, every man has to die. These lines right here just make me think about my life and how I'm such a product of the darkness. Of how the sun feels like my enemy. And how the nighttime just feels like where I feel the most like me. when the whole world is sleeping and everything's so quiet and still. But every man has to die. The amount of times I've told people that I wish I would have died in Iraq, man. That I wish it was me. That I never really wanted to come back. I never really did. But it's written in the starlight that every line in your palm, we're fools to make war on our brothers in arms. The people that start and create these wars are the ones that never suffer from it. And I feel like this is that last little line is kind of talking about that, right? Nothing good has ever become of a war. All it's ever done is just brought wealth and power to people who didn't deserve it and took it from people. It wasn't given to them, it was forcefully taken by the brothers in arms, you know? And so many of us, we're just trying to do a good job because that's what we were told to do. We were told to shut up, not think this way, and do the best job you can for your country. I definitely want to thank OTAB and Aaron for sharing this one today. Like I know not every song is gonna make me cry, make me tear up. Not every Reaper review is gonna be this serious. But I knew that I haven't recorded in a couple weeks. But I knew that when I first started up, that doing these Reaper reviews again, that I wanted to make sure that I was driving the point home with the rest of the Foxtrot family who's been here for this part of the journey so far, of like what the point of these videos were supposed to be, what the point of the Reaper reviews were supposed to be. And like I said, not every Reaper review is going to be a song about the military, but we do a lot of stuff on the channel that are about a lot of things that I think are really important that we talk about. And those who have been around on the channel and in the Foxtrot family obviously are very aware of what those things are to me. I think that very subconsciously I've created all these things that were very important to me that we just kept doing. That's why we kept running to these different types of reactions and reviews to these types of music that were specifically talking about specific things. And that's really what I wanted these Reaper reviews to be, you know? And for someone like OTAB, like he, I think, understands a lot of that part of what I'm trying to do, you know? And but I think there's a lot of Foxtrot family members as well that completely get that, even though this particular thing isn't the thing that we bond over, that we see so much of ourselves and each other with, the way that me and OTAB do, because we have similar experiences in some ways, just the experience of being in the military. Because trust me, man, my dad did 22 years in the Air Force, and his experience was not at all like mine. The way he talks about the military has a lot to do with the fact of like what he's seen me go through. even if it's from a distance. I have friends right now that are still in, having the best time of their lives, man. Having the greatest of careers. I'm not saying that the military is a bad place. I'm not saying people shouldn't do it. Not at all what I'm saying. But it's really hard to understand what it's like to be a service member unless you've been there yourself. And you know what it's like to be on the other side of that fence. When everybody's calling you murderers and killers. And that you're just enabling the evil people to do more evil. You're just doing their bidding for them. When I don't think that's really what any of us thought we was doing. We were all just trying to do our job, man. And we were trying to serve our country. And I think about that when it comes to every service member that is served in any military. There's nothing to say that my military makes mine better than yours. We all live on this same world, they were saying. But yet, the people from this part of the planet will send this people, and the people from this part of the world will send these people, and will go and do these things. Fight these wars for these people who don't even deserve it. And we don't even have a choice. You can't not go. You can't say you disagree. You can't say that this is morally wrong. As soon as you say any of those things, you're completely alienated. That's why my time in the military ended so fast, because I had such a difficult time with, like, what? How is this okay? And everybody just said, oh, shut up. Shut up, man. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just need to shut up and do what you're told. You did not have an opinion. It's not for you to have an opinion. But nobody's voice is more important than the next person, and it doesn't matter if you wear a uniform or if you don't. We're all just people on this planet trying to survive, man. And we're all being sold a bunch of millions and millions of lies by millions and millions of types of different people. And it seems like only the bad people win. But I think that's the overall point of what we try to do a lot on this channel, is try to have like-minded people kind of stand together and understand that your thoughts and your, where you might have felt alone, that you don't feel alone. But there is places out here in the world that are going to listen and understand from your experiences, and even if they don't understand, and that they're still going to listen and care that what you have to say. I think that's all I got for this one today, guys. It's been a good Reaper review. I definitely want to appreciate OTAB, man. I didn't even get to finish my coffee. I tried so hard to make it through the song without crying that I couldn't make it through any of the talking without crying. Such a moving piece of music. And like I said, it's not going to touch everybody, because everybody, it's going to touch the ones that feel it. And I think that's kind of the point of the Reaper reviews in the first place, is that the Reaper reviews is that daily reminder that music means something to people because it connects with the people that are supposed to hear it. And not every song is just about nonsense. There's lots of music out here of people trying to just express how they feel about something, where they're dying for somebody to connect with it, because it makes the world feel a little less lonely. In a world where we all feel like we're the only person on a planet. So alone in the midst of so many people. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate you for bringing this one to me, man. You always know how to get me talking about things, and I appreciate our friendship. I appreciate your support for the channel and the rest of the Foxtrot family. And thank you for helping me drive this conversation today. I think that's all I got, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next Reaper review. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.